This is the moment Angela Stanford had waited her entire life for, standing on the 18th green as a major championship winner. The 40-year-old rode a wave of stress and emotion over the finishing holes at this year's Evian Championship. Angela sat down with Golfing World to look back on the biggest day of her career, starting with a truly unforgettable post-round interview.
I have no idea what just happened. I'm grateful. I'm so happy for everybody at home. Everybody that's always cheered for me. They never gave up on me. This is, I mean, God's funny. He catches you off guard just when you think that maybe you're done. It's amazing.
I just couldn't pull it together. I mean, there were so many thoughts going through my mind. Emotions, all the previous losses, my mom, just, you know, everything that has happened in 18 years on tour, and the ups and the downs, and I mean, I just couldn't control it.
Playing in her 76th major championship without a win, Stanford started the final round 5 back. She needed something special, and it started with her second shot into the par 5 15th.
Well, that could be the shot of the championship for Angela Stanford.
When I made the eagle, I didn't really, I don't know, I just thought I still had to make a couple more coming in. And then as I was walking to 16 and I saw the video board with my face and T1, I think that's when it kind of hit me. And I think that's why it shook me so much, because I just didn't expect it.
And so the tee shot on 16 became a completely different proposition. After 13 top 10s in major championships, the chance to finally win one was right there.
Now you're 3 holes away from maybe achieving the one thing you've been chasing for 18 years. So there was a lot going on that tee box, and you know, and I honestly thought I pulled it together. I thought I got over it, and I thought I was ready to make a swing, and I guess I wasn't.
After what was undoubtedly her worst shot of the week, things didn't get any easier. Angela faced a delicate pitch into a tricky pin. And straight off the back of an eagle, disaster struck.
This is like unbelievable to play this little hole this way.
Wow.
I think it was easy to kind of bounce back from that, in a sense that I had done that a lot in my career. So I just knew that if I could give myself a couple of chances, you know, coming down the stretch, I might be okay.
Her 4th shot, a recovery from just outside the hazard, was certainly a good start. It was almost one of the greatest bogeys in LPGA history.
There's just no way I could make that double on 16 and then just lay down. I was going to do everything I could to try to give myself a couple chances. And the putt on 17, I actually knew exactly what it was doing. And I think I've had that putt in the past. So just got over it, and I knew if I started on line and hit it, and I hit it exactly the way I wanted to.
Oh my goodness, Angela Stanford. What a roller coaster ride these last 3 holes have been. Eagle, double bogey, birdie.
It just felt so good to bounce back like that, and then to now have some positive momentum going to 18.
Angela needed one more piece of magic, and after a perfect tee shot and very solid approach, the birdie finish she was desperately hoping for was there for the taking.
I just did everything I thought I could, and I still didn't get it done. And, you know, I feel like I've lost again.
But the story had one final twist. Overnight leader Amy Olsen had either held or shared top spot all day. Ahead by 1 playing 18, she found trouble after hooking her tee shots and was left with a long putt for par to win, or 2 putts for a playoff. What happened next was tough to watch.
I think it's easy to feel guilty, and I felt guilty for a little bit because, you know, you never want anybody to do that, ever. You just don't as a player. But I had somebody tell me one time, you know, if you play long enough and you give yourself enough chances, you might be sitting there in the end, you know, when something like this happens, but you have to put yourself in that position.
Along with joining golf's exclusive club of major champions, the win at Evian also put Stanford right back into contention for next year's Solheim Cup. A member of 6 previous US teams, Angela didn't qualify for last year's matches in Iowa, and that didn't sit well with the Texan.
I don't like missing Solheim Cups. Obviously playing sports forever, I love teams. I love being on teams and playing on teams. So, and to get the sense that people felt like that maybe 2015 was my last one, I want to have that say. I don't want anybody else to have that say.
But perhaps the best thing of all about Angela's major success is the joy it will bring her parents, especially her mum. Nan Stanford fought off breast cancer in 2009, but it returned this year and has spread to her bones. Angela didn't even want to play golf when the first diagnosis came 9 years ago, but her mum wasn't having any of that back then, or now.
I felt like if she really wanted me playing, then I needed to be okay with it. So I think that was when all of this happened. She was diagnosed again. I knew I had to handle it better mentally. Mom usually doesn't watch much. It's more nerves than anything else. So I asked him, I'm like, well, did you see it? And she's like, no, I didn't see it. Your dad saw it. I was praying. So she gets nervous, and I actually get nervous now when I see her watching me, because I'm like, what are you doing out here? You never watch. So to actually finally win a major, and I got to FaceTime her afterwards, and she told me she wants to come to France next year, so I think I'll get her there.